Yo, what's happening? Yo, so check it out. I know the title's talking about homeless, so I'm not homeless. However, I'm gonna make myself homeless. So let me explain everything in this video, right? Before we get into that, let me explain where we're at. We're in my house, and as you can see, it looks pretty empty in the background, and that's because it is, right? This year, what I wanna do is make a space for myself that is, when I get home, is a space where I can fully focus with zero distractions, right? And I did this once before, and actually it's funny, I've only told one person this story, one person. And I did this with my first house. I think it was like around 2008, 2009. I had just started fighting, actually just lost my first fight, and I needed to figure out a way how to get to the next level, right? I needed to figure out a way how to like gain some grit, because at the time, you know, I had a full-time job. I didn't come from like a poor family, so I never went without anything. The only thing that I had was this chip on my shoulder because I was from Alaska, and everybody says like Alaskans don't play basketball. All we do is live in igloos and build snowmen, right? So when it came down to playing basketball, football, anywhere I went, like there was this huge chip on my shoulder. And I need to find a way to create that with fighting. I'm fighting guys that are trying to get to where I'm trying to get to the UFC, right? But they don't really, I won't talk about them. I won't keep it to myself. Like, I had a nice car, I had a house, I had a good paying job. My job had a bed, the job had food. You know, I had nothing, how do I say this? I had nothing that was remotely difficult about my life, right? And the guys that I'm fighting, you know, some of them didn't have a gym membership. I couldn't afford a gym membership. You know, this is it. If they don't make it to the UFC, like, it's a wrap. So I had to figure out how to get some grit. So I told everybody that I sold my house, and I went and bought this red truck, and I moved to a gym in Fort Walton Beach. And I was driving pretty much 2 hours back and forth. I was couch surfing on friends' houses. I was sleeping in my truck. I would train at Capital in Fort Walton Beach. Let's say 8 o'clock was the last class. So I actually got out of the gym at 9. And I would drive back to Eglin, I'm sorry, not Eglin, but Tyndall. And I would park in front of the fire department, and I would sleep there. I'd set an alarm clock to wake up, go to the on-base gym, shower, and make it seem like I was just coming to work after I worked out. So with that said, what I'm trying to do is recreate that. I am selling everything in this house. I'm getting rid of all distractions, and I am fully focusing on a year. And with that year, what we're gonna do is rebuild this house, right? Here's the kicker. I bought this house about, I don't know, 5 years ago. When I first bought it, I put renters into it, right? It was ready to go. It wasn't really ready to go. Like, I put renters into it, and then COVID hit and stuff happens. You know, they moved out, I moved back in, and then life just starts lifing, right? So I never really got to put any kind of effort into rebuilding this house and making it, you know, to just a piece of the fortune that I one day want to have, you know, property everywhere. So with that said, I am getting rid of everything in this house. I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of the house and explain what I'm building. And what I wanna build with this house this year is a rental property that is ready to go, whether that be Airbnb or some kind of long-term rental at the end of 2025, right at the beginning of 2026. So what you see here is, we're gonna take this with me, is the living room. I'm getting ready to put that on Marketplace. Now, that I've had for too many years. The entertainment system, and the entertainment system doesn't even fit me. I feel like I'm this more modern, I want to create a more modern space. I feel like I'm a more modern guy. So with this being kind of an old layout of a house, and it's a townhome, what I want to do is make sure that whoever rents this place, it feels open, it stays open. And I'm a big dude, so anytime I get into a place where it feels like it's clustered, I feel like a little claustrophobic, right? We're gonna get rid of the couch at some point. I still gotta keep a little bit of stuff here, but what I wanna do is create a space in this corner to where I can do my voiceovers. Like, it's already set up, and you can even see I got a little treadmill, so if I don't get my steps in during the day, I'll get them in right there. Like, zero excuses. We got the kitchen. The kitchen needs to be redone. It's got old stuff. It's old. It just really needs to be updated. So with this whole year, I'm looking at the floors. Like the floors need to be updated. It's dark out, and you can see like it's got a great backyard, but for me personally, I don't like cutting grass. You know, I don't like doing yard work. I'd rather pay somebody to do the yard work, and I understand having renters one time that they would rather pay to do the yard work too, or they're not going to do it at all, right? So I want to create a space for the yard that is easy to maintain. And so in this project, what I hope to do is like take a full year, bring in some friends, bring in some contractors, get some quotes for every space, and then have those friends that are contractors that do woodwork, that put in floors, come put in these floors. So at the same time, I'm highlighting their businesses, and you can see the work that's going to be done. Like, this place is old, right? It needs to be updated. It needs a lot of work. So let's take a tour upstairs. Now, when I was fighting, actually before we go upstairs, let me show you and turn on some lights, right? I've done a little bit of work. I've put a couple of lights in myself, but there's still some dead spaces. Yeah, let me kind of back up. I'm excited to do this video. So it's just a different space of everybody getting to know me. But what I did, we're in my garage now, and what I did with my garage, everything that I've done in the house, I've kind of, I won't say half-assed it because that's not me, but I just got it to a point to where I can get the work done and it still looks good. Like my videos for Instagram, my podcast was all done in my garage. You can see up here, it's not even painted all the way. It just needs a lot of work, and the garage door needs to be fixed. I had my boat here, so I didn't have a camera in the back of the boat. So it was all guesstimating like how close I am to the garage. And a lot of the times I end up hitting the garage with the boat prop. So there's a lot of work to be done. I got my whiteboards and my gold boards over there. We just got a ton of stuff to do. You can see this we're working on things, right? It's a project. It's a project. But with that said, again, I'm getting rid of everything. We're gonna walk upstairs, and you'll probably see up here, I started to do the popcorn ceilings. Now, let me just back up a second. Now, I did do the entire downstairs popcorn ceilings, and that came out great. But you can see there's like little areas that need to be fixed, worked on. I wanna make this as nice and modern as I can, so that's why I'm gonna take my time and do this in a whole year. And just kind of step by step. So if you guys have any suggestions of where I should start, who I should call, or what I should be doing, please throw them in the comments, man, because we're gonna do this together. We got the spare room, that needs work. We're gonna put new floors down there. The bathroom, I mean, it just all needs work. It's old, the fan's new. We're gonna walk into the master bathroom, the master bedroom, and you'll see I got a king size here, but the walls are blue. Now, when I had to hurry and move everything back into here, and what I had this thought in my head, I'm not an interior designer, right? And I had this thought in my head that I wanted to wake up and feel like I was in the sky, like it was a beautiful morning, so I wanted like a blue in here. It didn't really come out how I thought it would be, so yeah. But the bed set, I'm about to put that on Marketplace. Not the bed, just the bed set. Everything here is gonna go. The dressers are gonna go. Everything with this set. This set is probably like, I don't know, probably like 15 years old. And it's just completely outdated. When my daughter's over, like when she's jumping on the bed, I feel like she's gonna hit her head on that. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna mattress it up. Like, I want to feel like I am homeless. I am poor. I am broke. I am broke. Like, I don't have nothing. I want to wake up with a sense of an emergency is going on, and I have to go get this money, these clients, these goals, these fishing goals. I have to go get it every day or I cannot survive. So we're going to put, I already got the milk crate. I have the old school alarm clock around here somewhere. We're going to put this on the floor. We're gonna put the milk crate there, but again, zero distractions, like zero distractions, right? I got the desk already set up. Now I got the desk already set up. Now I'm probably gonna end up painting these, repainting everything, but we're gonna do it in steps. I'll probably end up taking all that down, moving it over to the other bedroom or maybe downstairs. I haven't figured out the logistics of how I'm actually going to set all this up. All I know is I'm selling everything first. This closet right here, you probably can't see inside of it. It's full of shoes. We gotta fix that. There's no light in here, so we gotta go out and find an electrician to put a light in to that. Right here, we got, let me turn that light off. We have the bathroom, and you can see my goals up there. They're around here somewhere. But the bathroom really needs to be redone. So it's like the perfect space for where I'm at. I'm surrounded by military. There's probably somebody always been moving here. There's gonna be somebody always is gonna rent it out some way or another, right? I want to come home and really, really locked in, like all year long. I don't even say come home. When I leave the house, I'm focused. When I come home, like there ain't no TV. Like if I ain't going to sleep, then I could be working. If I ain't like eating, I could be working. If I could be doing something either to the house or something to create content, because I got big goals. Always had. I've always been, I don't believe in like the big dreamer stuff. I've always known like I deserve everything in the world that I could ever want. I deserve that, and I'm gonna work for that, right? And there's a difference. Like a lot of people say, well, you don't deserve anything. Like, yes, you do. I almost dropped my camera. If you work your butt off, you deserve everything your heart can desire. Like I am gonna work my butt off for 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to work my butt off for 100K Instagram followers. Like fix this house, get it ready to rent, go buy a second property. And in the meantime, you guys are gonna get to see me build from scratch a nonprofit organization, my marketing organization, like, and still figure out, and still building Lion's Tail. I don't know whether it's gonna be the more clothing side of it or the fishing side of it, for sure the fishing side of it, but like what direction is that gonna go? So, this is gonna be a long, long year. It's gonna be a long journey. There's gonna be some tough times, some up and down, some sad moments, but waking up with an old school alarm, a milk crate to put my phone on is gonna make me stronger. This whole process is gonna make me tougher, more resilient, and at the end of the day, just pretty much unstoppable. I'm gonna get out of here. I have to take a flight to Tampa here in a couple hours. We have some clients down there I gotta go do some work for, so you'll be seeing that on this channel as well, man. So, but I appreciate you guys, and if you guys don't do anything that I requested you guys do, make sure you do this. Stay solid to yourself, stay 100 in your heart, and I promise you, even on your worst day, everything will be all right. You dig? Let's go. That's my baby calling me right now. Hey, mama. All right, I was